the way in which we are. That is how the Prakriti is. Meaning, you can't sit still even for a minute without performing action. This is reiterated in the Bhagavad Gita in two places. In the third chapter, in the beginning, it is said, Nahi kaschit kshanamapi jatu tishtati akarma krit karyate hyavasham karma prakriti jaihi gunaihi. Through these gunas, what are the gunas? Sattva, Rajas, Tamas. Through these, the force of these gunas, which is how Maya Shakti operates at the level of the body, mind, sense complex, one is driven to action. We cannot sit still. Not possible at all. Driven to action one is, and then the other place, the same idea is talked about, is the 18th chapter, maybe the 10th or 11th verse thereabouts. Nahi deha bhrita shakyam tyaktum karmani asheshataha. Asheshataha means without any shesha, without any residue. One is not possible. It is not possible for one to give up karma totally. Not possible. So the Bhagavad Gita itself says it's not possible to give up karma, and we don't need the Bhagavad Gita. We are living in our bodies and we know it's how difficult it is to sit still at any given point in time. Very difficult to sit still, can't sit still at all. And why can't we sit still? There is some restlessness. And so this is the quandary. Can't do, can't not do. Because what does the doing do? The doing leads to my undoing. That is what the doing does. How can the doing lead to my undoing? Think about it. I want to pursue something, I run and go towards it, and then what happens? As soon as I reach it, it belongs to somebody else, somebody picks it up. Okay, this time I was too late. Maybe next time I will be lucky. And I am lucky, I see a silver dollar. Where? On the beach, right here, where I go for walk. I see it. Run, run, run. And the other person is slow. That person also saw it, but this time I'm fast, I'm running, I get it. Ha! This is mine. I pick it up. What is it? Mother of pearl. Worthless piece of shell. But this doesn't deter me. Next time I go again and again and again. This time I'm equipped with a metal detector. People are like this in the beaches in America. They just have this metal detector and they simply go like this, like this. And I always wondered what that is, but it's the idea that someday they will get gold, someday they will get some silver. Otherwise, most of the days they get tin corks of soda bottles and things like that. That's all most of the time. So next time I go with a metal detector and I get some worthless tinsel, pieces of tin. That's all. So this way I keep doing, and then whatever I really want seems to be slightly out of reach. If it is completely out of reach, then I'm saying, okay, it's not possible. But it's only slightly out of reach. Whatever I want belongs to somebody else. Or to put it in the inimitable words of Pujya Swamiji, anything I love is either illegal or immoral or has too many calories. Too fattening. Whatever I want, it's like that. It's not easy to fulfill a want, and these wants I cannot not want. Where to go? Suppose if I control the mind and I say, I am going to stop wanting. I'm going to stop wanting this, that, name, fame, money, partnership, this, that, whatever it is. A job, good job, the kind of dream job I want, dream home, everything I'm going to stop wanting. then what will happen? Let's say you have mind over matter. Mind over matter means what? If you don't mind, it doesn't matter. Okay? So supposing I am able to control everything, and then what happens? Have I succeeded in becoming wantless? The answer is no. Why? Because I'm stuck with one want. What is that want? I don't want anything. I don't want anything. That becomes a want. I don't want anything. I don't want anything. I don't want anything. This is the problem. And therefore here, out of this quandary, one has to come, and that's why the first two verses are an introduction and a description, a very nice, scary description of this quandary, so that one gains what is called a little bit of vairagya. Viragasya bhava. Viragasya bhava means a kind of analytical understanding that maybe there is something wrong in my approach. This is called viveka. This is a very close cousin or brother of vairagya. Maybe there is something askance in my approach. It's like catching the flight to Mauritius and finding oneself where? In San Francisco. How did this happen? What happened? No, you took the wrong flight. Oh, that's too bad. Okay, let's try again. Next time also, I'm in San Francisco, I'm not in Mauritius. Third time also, I'm in San Francisco, I'm not in Mauritius. What do you tell this person? You're catching the wrong plane. You're on the wrong plane, pun intended here. You are totally on the wrong plane. You need to understand this and you need to come back. Because the problem is centered on where? Not the world. Even though I say, you are the cause of my problems, I can tell somebody, and they can tell me, I am the cause of their problems, but really speaking, what is the truth? The problem is centered on me, therefore what? The solution is also centered on myself alone. The problem being right here, the solution is also right here. This is the title of one of Pujya Swamiji's books. The problem is you, the solution is also you. This is what it is. So let us chant the verses and start to look at their meanings to understand this quandary. Karturajñaya prapyate phalam. Karma kim param karma tajjadam. Kritimaho dadhau patana karanam. Phalam shashvatam gati nirodhakam. So, phalam prapyate, passive voice. The fruits of what? The action are gained. The results of action are gained. Phalam prapyate. The result of the action is gained, no doubt. But you are not its author. This is also said in the Bhagavad Gita. Karmani eva adhikarahate. And we illustrated that using the example of crossing the road and falling over, looking to the left, looking to the right, no traffic, but then what got me was the banana peel. A non-appealing banana peel got me, and then what? That was it. Somebody else, I was going for a job interview, somebody else got the job, I got a hospital room, okay, where I was in a caste. This is what happens. So, here the main thing to understand, and we don't understand this properly because we are having an orientation to considering ourselves the agent of action and considering ourselves to be the recipient of other people's actions. This itself is a problem. This is the highlight or the hallmark of self-ignorance, is to consider myself as the author of action, and to consider myself the recipient of the results of action and the recipient of other people's omissions and commissions also. Even without Vedanta, this is very, very clear. If you go to some Buddhist people's house, before they eat, they will say a prayer, which is to thank all the things that have come into the force to bring the food from the earth to our house, to my plate, in the form of bread, chapati, whatever it is, dal, whatever we eat. There is a long process. I am not the author of this food. Even if I am a farm worker, I am not the author of this food. I am not the author of anything. You find that the 5 elements have contributed: the wind, the earth, the rain, the sunlight, moonlight also, because many plants and herbs grow in moonlight. Moonlight also contributes to the growing and the production of food. So all these have contributed. Not one thing is left behind. All these things are contributed and continuing to contribute in terms of this creating this harmonious environment where my needs can be met. So even if you say, and some people like to say this, I am a self-made man. There's a lot of, chest tapping. I am a self-made man. And then what did you do? Everything, I created this huge empire. Usually they are CEOs or of big companies. I created this empire all by myself. Really? Yes, I didn't have anything. One day I had rice and dal. Next day what did I have? Dal and rice. One set of clothes was on my body. The other set was drying on the tree. And but you got educated, you're a college educated, you're an engineer, you're a doctor, you're whatever you can say. What do you mean I'm a doctor, I'm an engineer and I'm educated, I went to college? You know where I studied? Under the street light. I am a SMM. What is SMM? Self-made man. We just have to do a little analyzing here. Dal and rice was there to eat. It was already available. It was given. And then rice and dal was also what? Given. Now talk afterwards. Yeah, there's plenty of time. Yeah. So rice and dal was what? Given. Dal and rice were given. Everything is given. No, but I made it myself. You made. The hands to make it was given. The buddhi to know how much water to put and when to put the salt, given. Did you make the buddhi? No. You can ask your mother also, Mom, did you make buddhi? What will she say? She will say, do you know how to make buddhi? She will say, I wish I knew how to make buddhi, because then I would have given you a buddhi that would not ask these silly questions. I don't know how to make buddhi. Much less the father knows how to make the brain and the intellect work, nor my reflexes, nor the sight. I open the eyes and seeing takes place. The ears are already open, the sounds waft to my ears. Everything is given. Where can I claim the authorship? This is even pre-Vedanta. You don't even have to worry about how to spell Vedanta. You can just look at this fact. Everything is given. The street light to study under also is what? Given. You did not construct the street light. You didn't construct anything, in fact, other than some confusion thinking that you are the author of everything. Everything is given. Given. given, given, given. It's all given. In fact, one is born into a world which is where you are already related. Even before you are born, somebody claims you as their child. This is my child, the mother to be says. The father to be also says, this is my baby, which is going to be born. Grandma and grandpa are waiting. Yes, this is my first grandbaby. They are happy. Even before you are born. It's all there. Somebody says, this is my sibling. I wish you were not born, but here you are. So, this is my sibling, somebody says. Somebody says, this is my niece, my nephew. You are born related, not only to people, but also to things and the trees, the air we breathe, the sky, the waters, the river, the ocean. We are all related. We just need to stop this kind of a mechanical life to be able to appreciate this fact. Everything is connected and that connection is palpable. You are never alone. You are part of this whole jagat of names and forms. Everything is harmoniously there. This is overlooked. And now when we look at this verse, Kartuhu Agnyaya Prapyate Phalam, the results of action are gained by the laws of the universe for which you are not the author. You are not the author of these laws. You didn't make the laws. You didn't make the kidneys. At best, you know how to make kidney beans, rajma, that's all. You don't know how to make kidneys. You don't know how to make pancreas. You don't know how to make any single body part, much less the intelligent interconnection of various body parts. And we have to concede, even the most skeptical of us has to concede that there is an order. That is why we can study the human body. That is why the doctor can say, yeah, something is wrong with you. And you tell all the symptoms. They listen carefully and they say, this is called XYZ syndrome. It's never a disease, it's always a syndrome. Disease means then you will ask the name, and why do I have it? They will never say we don't know. They will say we are looking into it. We only know that it attacks women more than men, or some other disease men more than women, and then we know that between ages 50 and 60 people are susceptible. They'll know a lot of information, but the more they know, the more they do not know. But there is an order. You can study the anatomy. There is an anatomical order. That's why the medicine given to a mouse works for a human being because of this order. Yes, one in a million will have a brain tumor. We just pray that that is not me. That's all. Some side effects will be there. That is why, because there is an anatomical order, they give it to a mouse. They have all these mice in cages who are think first they give it fever and then they give it a Tylenol, crocin, whatever, and then they watch. Oh, now first it was like this. And then after that it came to, and it started to run around. And let's look at the time. Okay, 25 minutes after taking the medicine, it is scurrying around. Okay, fantastic. That means it will work on a human being. Amazing. And then the human being also presents with the same symptoms. Not that they have injected the symptoms into the human being, but naturally the human being gets the symptom. And then you see that there is a connection. There is a harmonious, predictable, full universe where the universe can be best described as a series of laws. Series of laws, series of orders. The anatomical order. Wherever there are eyes, They will see the peaceful, non-threatened eyes of a cow. Very peaceful it is. All the vegetarian animals look unthreatened. But then there are the big cats. They are looking because they know they are predators, and if they are predators, they will be predated upon by other animals. They know that. They are afraid to just be in one place at one time. They are always on the move. But wherever there are eyes, they will see. Suppose the eyes do not see. You open them and they do not see for somebody. That too, we say, is part of the order. The order is so big, so vast, that it even includes disorder. What you consider disorder, the Shastra considers it as a meta-order, a meta-order. And that order is in charge of the giving you the results of action, says the first verse. Agnya means order. Agnyaya, through this order, through this series of laws, and one of the laws we tend to miss is the law of karma. I don't believe in karma. Okay, don't believe in karma. But as soon as I said, I don't believe in karma, I got a catch here. How do you explain that? How do you explain that? Karma. No, but karma makes one very, very, very passive. That's not what we are saying. We consider karma a wonderful shock absorber. It is not about becoming passive. Karma is a wonderful shock absorber for that which is inevitable and that which I cannot overcome. If you can overcome, please overcome. Nobody is asking you to sit and say, if karma wants, it will take me to Mauritius. If that doesn't happen. You make the effort, you come here, then that is there. But then, if supposing something goes wrong, despite your best efforts, you could not come or you chose not to come, then we can say, okay, there was something there. Some situation was there, and the name for that situation is karma. Karmic order. The karmic order makes the people of India very, very, very resilient. Even Christians and Muslims in India talk about karma. It is that pervasive. Definitely. They say, oh, my karma is not good. They also understand. It is that, it's that important a theme in the Indic consciousness. This karma is wonderful because it's a very, very simple and understanding that you can really apprehend very quickly. And what is the theory of karma? If I do things in tandem with another order, and what is this other order? The order of dharma. If I lead my life as a decent human being, offering decency to everybody I meet, being kind, compassionate, and minding my own business and not creating problems, not cutting through their chances, not being mean, not being unfair, not being fraudulent, then that itself is attracting a good karma called punya. Punya is accrued to be enjoyed here and then hereafter also. People want the hereafter because just like you reserve, people reserve their seat even in the lecture hall. This is my, I am going to put one pencil here because I want to sit here, I am comfortable here. If anybody else sits, the Vedanta goes out of the head immediately. What are you doing? Didn't you see me sitting here yesterday? So we like reservations. I want to reserve my seat. Where? After this body drops. Because I have heard in the Shastra, whether it's the Vedas or Christianity or any religion, what have we heard? We have heard that after we pass, there are two possible places you can go. What are they? Swarga, heaven, and then the other place. Yes. The other place has got horrendous description in all the religions. You go to Sri Lanka, there is some Dambula caves. You come there, you feel kind of, like not eating food for at least 1 hour afterwards. Because they have just so much blood and, people being put on some kind of a stretcher, literal stretcher, okay? Yeah, not that in which they take people to the ambulance, no. And then there are people hung upside down. All these various realms of hell are described. Even our Shastra has 14 kinds of afterlife. 7 up, 7 down. Atala, Vitala, Sutala, Dharatala, Rasatala, Mahatala, Patala. 7 down. Meaning worse than this. Then 7 up. Bhuvu, Bhuvaha, Subhaha, Mahaha, Janaha, Tapaha, Satyam. Satyam means Brahmaloka. Up your karma can take you to all these lokas. Up to Satyaloka, Brahmaloka you can go. Oh, Brahmaloka being the nicest place, please describe it. Yeah, the Shastra is very happy to describe it. You go, you reserve your own nice fluffy cloud to sit on. Yeah, you sit on the cloud. Now I'm recording to the cloud, but there you go, sit on the cloud. And then what? You sit on the cloud and then you wait for the teacher to come. Oh, no food, no food. No, only food for thought. That's all. Only teaching. Ayyo, little the heart sinks. But wait, listen to the whole description. You'll have the bestest guru in all the lokas. Who is that? Brahmaji. Why? Because it is called Brahmaloka. So you go to Brahmaloka, sit in front of Brahmaji, and then he says, welcome to the afterlife, and it is your good karma that has brought you here. Today we are starting a text called Upadesha Saram. Heart sinks. Because going to Brahmaloka for half of your life, half the waking hours of your life, you have to be doing yajna. And the other half what? Nursing my repetitive stress injury? No. The other half of my waking life, I have to do japa. Oh, just for one day? No. Whole life. Then you go there to study what? What you could have freely studied here while visiting the beach and while having days of sightseeing packed into the itinerary. Okay? So, like this. And even the worst loka is all described in very bad ways, because then if I do things in tandem with dharma, I get one of these good lokas. If I do go against dharma, what happens? I get a bad loka. Not just bad loka, even here, the loka that I am in here becomes loco. Loco means crazy. Yes. That is what happens. And so, therefore, this action and result of action, waiting for action to fructify into a result of action, is a kind of a lifestyle that is fraught with danger. Why is it fraught with danger? It is fraught with danger because it keeps me in the whirlpool called samsara. What is samsara? I define samsara as some sorrow or the other. Yes, always something is bothering me. Very, very sorry, I am a samsari. This is who I am. Complaining, not happy, discontented. I want is like a background tanpura. We have a Shruti keeping instrument which keeps the main notes of the raga so that the singer can improvise and go all over the place, because this will be saying the main notes of the Shruti, the particular melody will be being played in the background to remind the singer to be able to come back to the raga. Because especially in South Indian music, we have a lot of improvisation, which cannot be taught, it just has to be caught. Very beautiful. And so, like this, I also have a refrain in my life. I don't have, 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 I don't have. I want, 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 I want. Nobody loves me, nobody loves me, nobody loves me. This is our raga. These are the main notes of our raga. And to fix this, I keep doing something or the other. And then what happens is that I find myself more in the whirlpool of doing and then getting the results that I don't want, and doing some more and getting the results that I don't want, doing more and more and getting the results that I don't want. This is called a life of becoming, to use Pujya Swamiji's words. Samsara is nothing but a life of becoming, where I keep wanting to become something or the other, and then I end up what? Feeling that I am unbecoming permanently. This is the quandary. And this is what the sages in the Daruka Vana were also in that misapprehension, misunderstanding that we have to do something in order to become powerful. What if you are already powerful? What if the self that you want to be is what you already are? What if the self about which you have a lot of judgment and critique and a lot of loathe is already perfect, already lovable, already wonderful, and already what you want? Really? Yes. How do you know? Go to sleep. Not now, okay? Yeah. Go to sleep. Sleep as an experience, I'm saying. When you go to sleep, what happens? What happens to the grudges that were held for centuries by families? When you are waking, you say, okay, this whole lot of people are related to me, but they are idiots. And they have been idiots. Their forefathers and foremothers were also what? Idiots. And their ancestors were what? Idiotic. Everybody is an idiot in this clan. I can't handle them. I will not go near them. I will not do anything with them. But why? I have forgotten, but doesn't matter. But they are idiots. And then what? Thinking this, the person went to sleep. In sleep, is there hatred? Say no, so we can move on. In sleep, is there strife? No. In sleep, is there conflict? No. In sleep, is there a sense I am a wanting person? No. In sleep, is there any other thing? No. Nothing is there in sleep except Ananda. That's why you don't want to wake up. That's why you are very upset if somebody tries to wake you up, because you are experiencing Ananda. That's why in our culture they say it is papa karma, it is bad karma to wake anybody that is sleeping. You don't wake up anybody that is sleeping, it is considered bad karma. That's why even if I see people sleeping in the class, I don't wake them up. So now that brings us to a very important question. If everything is given, the law of karma is given, the ability to act is given, but the results of karma is not in my hands, but that is also what? Given. Is there a giver? Here is where many people start breaking out into rashes. Yes. What is this giver? Who are you bringing into the story here? Up till now the class was enjoyable, but now suddenly you are talking of a giver. Do I look for a guy in the sky? Do I look for some scary person? And if you go to other religions also, it's not any better. God loves you, but be careful. God loves me, why should I be careful? Isn't this unconditional? No, be careful. And here also, Sri Rudram says what? Bhagavan, the Sri Rudram, one of the holiest chants in the Yajurveda, visualizes Bhagavan as a hunter with a big bow and arrow. Wait a minute, is that arrow pointing towards me? Affirmative. Yes. What? What did I do? You don't remember what you did, but that doesn't mean you didn't do anything. There's lot of karma standing in your account, and Bhagavan as karma phaladata, I have to free my hands for this, he is out here. Bow and arrow in hand. And the helpless devotee in the Sri Rudram prays, look, the other people also are bad there. Go here, go a little bit this side. Don't come after me. And look what strong arms you have to hold this strong bow. You have these strong arms. Namaste to Rudra. Rudra means very important. Rudra, Rodayati Sarvan. The one who makes everyone cry. By what? By giving of these karma phalas. By giving the fruits of my action, he makes me burst into tears, and then he feels sorry for me, she, and then does what? Offers me a hanky to dab the eyes. Rodhanam dravayati. Sarvan rodayati. First makes everybody cries, and then dab. Hanky Bhagavan, okay? Yeah. Hanky panky Bhagavan. Lot of mischief. And so, this Bhagavan, who first gives me karma phala and then says, oh, did that hurt? It's like, it seems very sadistic. If you don't understand this, the Hindu dharma, if you don't understand, it seems like very mystical and sadistic, but it's very, very clear. So imagine you meet a big, strong fellow on the road and he beats you up. And you just are lying on the floor, everything is hurting, everything is, ayyo, amma, you're crying. And you're remembering all the names of gods that you had forgotten. Rama, Krishna, Govinda, Durga, Lakshmi, Saraswati, Parvati, where are all of you? You are remembering, you can barely lift yourself off the floor. And then he offers his hand. Aajao, come up. Are you going to take that hand? Are you going to take that hand? No, because now the trust is gone. The trust between me and this fellow, I thought he was just a bystander. I thought he was just going his place, I am going to my place. And suddenly he comes and gives me biff, dishum. And then what? I'm on the floor and then he says, here, come, let me lift you. I have some liniment, I have band-aid. And then what else do I have? I have some hanky to wipe the ears. My God, yeah, to wipe the eyes. And I have all these things. Come, are you going to take the help? This is our lot as jivas. This is our confusion about what is Bhagavan, what is Ishvara, and how to overcome Ishvara allergy. Everybody has it. Even the most devout person sometimes gets into some kind of what is it called? What is that called? Dark night of the soul. Even the most devout person. Dark night of the soul means, what does it mean? It means going through some disbelief. The Shraddha is gone. There is fear. My question is, what is this fear of? That is important to analyze here. When you say, Bhagavan is Karta, what is this fear here? The fear is that of an authority figure who has power over me. That is the fear. This is what is called authority issues. That is why the Bhagavan of the Shastra is not acceptable to me at all. Because who is he? Is it a he or a she? And then in other religions, they will say that Bhagavan made this world. Where is this Bhagavan? In heaven. Air-conditioned heaven. leaving me without AC on earth. And so, it is very difficult to escape this notion of a sadistic Bhagavan, of an authority figure kind of Bhagavan who has power over me. And this I cannot accept. And what will the Shastra say? What will Ramana Maharshi say? Good for you that you are not accepting that. Good for you. That means you have buddhi. That means you are using your brains. That means you are being logical. That means you understand. Well, what do I understand? You understand that you want to be all powerful. That is the desire. The desire is to be all, not small. The desire is to be the cause, not because. The desire is to be one with God, not to be odd, like an odd bystander hanging out somewhere. The roadside example of the fellow biffing you and then trying to pick you up. There I am justified in being suspicious, justified in saying as loudly as I can muster, get out of here. I don't trust you anymore. But the Ishvara, the God, Bhagavan of the Shruti, of the teaching, is not away from oneself. Is oneself alone, seen from the standpoint of the cosmos, seen from the standpoint of the whole, the total. Myself alone. Oh, come on, how can I be Ishvara? And then there again is a lot of confusion. That is why people don't come to Vedanta, because they will say, I don't want to become the sugar, I want to taste the sugar. Who is saying? Sugar cube. Sugar cube is saying that. Not Mirchi. If Mirchi said that, it's a different thing. Mirchi means, what is Mirchi? Chili pepper. Yeah. Chili pepper is not saying, I don't want to be the sugar, I want to taste the sugar. What is saying is the sugar cube itself is saying, I don't want to be the sugar. Too bad you are already the sugar. I want to taste the sugar. There is nothing to taste. You are sweet. By any language, by any definition, you are sweet. So this I that obtains as the Sakshi, the observer of the sleeping, waking, and what else is there? Dreaming states, and the one who is the observer of everything. I am standing, yes, I am observing that I am standing, now I am sitting, oh, now I am complaining. Even after listening to the lecture about non-complaining, I am complaining. That awareness is there. And the awareness is there of walking, standing, sitting, eating, talking. And the awareness of sleep is also there when? After I wake up, it is there. And then that is how I understand that the truth of this I is that which never comes to an end. Not the body, not the mind, not the senses, not any of these accoutrements. It is that which is never coming to an end in the form of this awareness, consciousness. The awareness in you and the awareness in me is one. The I in you, the I in he, the I in she, the I in it is what? One. The I is always singular. There is just one I. In many, many, many bodies, many, many, many minds, many, many, many senses. Starting from the smallest anu, anor aniyan, that which is an atomic, anu means atomic particle, that which cannot be seen with the naked eye, to the biggest thing there is, a huge elephant. In Anekatti, it stops traffic in the ashram, near the ashram. A big truck of food will be going. All the elephant has to do is stand in front of it, and then it stops, and then it goes in the back, opens the tarp, takes all the thing, whatever it wants, and then shows the green flag. No, I made that up. And then only the truck can go. Mahato Mahiyan, huge animal, tiny beings, everything is what? I. This is the final understanding. And so, what is this Bhagavan? Bhagavan is also the I in me, and the I in Bhagavan is what? One and the same. There is no Bhagavan without me. Obvious it is. That's why Lord Dakshinamurti is called Ashtamurti. We can look in the evening puja. So there are 5 elements. The deity is made of stone. And then what? There is the air element in the form of a bandhana. In English it is called bandana. No, it is bandhana, okay? Yeah. And then that's the air element. In the upper right hand he has what? That, what's it called? Damaru. This small drum. To signify space. What's in the drum is space. Sound comes in space. In the upper left hand he has fire. So fire, space, earth, air. And the water is in the form of the Ganga Mata on the head. 5 elements. And then 2 celestials that we encounter every day. Sun and moon. How many is that? Somebody said 10. No? Okay. If you said 10, see me after class. So, 7. But then it is called Ashtamurti, the 8-folded Bhagavan. Who is the 8th one? Me, looking at Bhagavan. This is the idea. Without you, there is no Bhagavan. And without Bhagavan, there is no you either. From the standpoint of the body-mind-sense complex, with which one wrongly identifies, because of which one grieves. One is called what? Jiva, the complainer, the one who feels small. From the standpoint of the cosmos, the total, the macrocosm, that same awareness is called Ishvara. Therefore, Kartuhu Ajnaya Phalam Prapyate. Phalam Prapyate means you gain the result by the decree of this order. Which order? The karmic order. We don't say Bhagavan mandates the karmic order. We go one step further. What do we say? Bhagavan is manifest as the karmic order. Bhagavan is the anatomical order. God is non-separate from this order of dharma, karma, psychology, any ology. That means knowledge. Any logos means knowledge. Any ology you take, that is Bhagavan. It's a manifestation. So you don't have to go to temple. Wherever you see, whatever you see is Bhagavan. Yatra yatra mano yati tatra tatra tavapada pankajam. This is expressed in 2 different ways in the Drig Drishya Viveka. And the first iteration of this is wherever one turns into a devotee, despite oneself, one turns into a devotee, appreciating the fact that I am non-separate from the whole. And I am yet to discover that, I am in the process of discovering that. And so, as the devotee grows, the devotee becomes devout, discovers oneself, in oneself the devotee. The devotee means what? The one who is able to see Ishvara as and in everything. Here an Ishvara, there an Ishvara, everywhere Ishvara, Ishvara. Old Mac Jiva had some complaints. Ayo, ayo, ayo. That's a new song. This is what it is. This is where we have to go. This is a step we have to take, and the text itself will tell us how to do that. The acknowledgement of the fact that I am not in charge of the results of action immediately makes me poised to have a relationship with the author of the result of action, which is myself, no doubt, but it is myself in a different name and a different form. My form is what? No power. The other form is what? All power. And what can that relationship be? That of the devout and the devotee and the object or the subject matter of devotion. But it is not a permanent devotion. It's a devotion pending understanding. First I see everything as Bhagavan. Yatra yatra mano yati. Wherever the mind, which is like a butterfly, you imagine it flying, and then it sits on a flower, and then the flower is Bhagavan. Then it goes and sits on a tree is Bhagavan. Then it goes and sits on a rock is Bhagavan. Yatra yatra, where the butterfly mind goes and flits, there I see your lotus feet. This is the prayerful person. Very beautiful. But then you don't stop here. Vedanta goes one more step and says in the very next line, Yatra yatra mano yati, tatra tatra samadhayah. Wherever the mind goes, after one graduates from the butterfly flitting mind, after one graduates, one says, wherever the mind goes, there it's nothing but me. There is an immediate, I can't even say production because oneness is there, it is not produced. There is an immediate appreciation of this oneness. Everything is me. Everything is an extension of me. And that makes me into a compassionate and understanding person from a complaining jiva. Kartuhu ajnaya phalam prapyate. This is the first line. Then the second line says, Karma kim param. How can karma be the ultimate? Param means ultimate. And the word param has been taken from the Taittiriya Upanishad. And there, the opening lines of the second chapter of the Taittiriya Upanishad is, what are the opening lines? Om Brahmavida apnoti param. Brahmavid apnoti param. Brahmavid is who? The knower of Brahman. Brahman means myself as this awareness, as Ishvara, as non-separate from Ishvara is Brahman. So, the one who knows this Brahman, apnoti, gains the ultimate. Param means the ultimate. Nothing beyond is there. Everybody wants the ultimate. Yes, where is it? Where is it? Where is this param? There is an akanksha created. There is a desire created to know what is this param, where is this param, how can I get this param, because we all want the ultimate. And what is the ultimate? To stop wanting altogether. That is the ultimate. To stop wanting altogether is the param. So then, Kim tad Brahma? If Brahman is param, what is this Brahman? I want to know. That is how the opening lines of the Taittiriya Upanishad are. Here the same word param is used. And Ramana Maharshi says, Karma kim param. How can karma be the ultimate? Why? Karma tad jadam. It is jada, it is inert. What am I? Sentient. I am the sentient, never-ending Atma. I am one with everything. That's why the vision of Vedanta is what? Soham. I am, or you can even say Saham, same thing. Soham. I'm nothing other than the Lord, the Goddess. I'm one with everything. But who is this Jiva? Oham. Yes. From Hoham to Soham, that is the journey of Vedanta. Oham means an expression of boredom. And so here, karma kim param. How can karma that you keep doing and you have an addiction to karma? This is true. Karma is the first addiction. After that, you can have other things. People are addicted to many, many things. Starting with retail therapy. What is retail therapy? Going to the mall. Yes. How do you spell mall? MAUL, where you go to get mauled of your purse and the contents therein. So, this is how one grows. You see the drawback in everything, and when you see the drawback in everything, it starts to show the way. The way is shown by doing khandanam, meaning seeing everything as finite, seeing everything as limited. And karma is limited. Why? Because karma is not opposed to self-ignorance. Action that I do is not opposed to self-ignorance. What do I mean by that? What I mean by that is, if I do an action, it is not going to get rid of my self-ignorance, no matter whatever I do. It's like another example of Pujya Swamiji. So, I kept my glasses there and forgot about them. Where are my glasses? Where are my glasses? Give me my glasses. Please help me look for my glasses. If I stand on one leg for 1 year, will I get back the glasses? Don't scare me. If I do tapas and japa, will I get the glasses? If I do many, many yajnas, maybe I can even craft a glasses, finding glasses, repatriation yajna. Will I get the glasses? No. Only the Bhagavans will be very, various iterations of Bhagavan in the Hindu almanac will be very frustrated. Lakshmi ji will ask Vishnu, why have you created them? What's wrong with them? Why are they behaving like this? And so, how will I get my glasses? I have to go to a good Samaritan who will say, your glasses are already found. They are on top of your head. Then I say, oh yeah, I forgot. The glasses were gone, the glasses are received. We also have a Shastric example there. The Shastric example is of the lost 10th man. 10 people went on a picnic against the advice of a guru. They were brahmacharis. They said, no, we have to go, we need to go. Please allow us to go. We're going to it was on the banks of a river, the ashram was. They said, we are going to go and attend one fair, one mela. We are going to look into the booths and we are going to do some rides and come back. Then Guru said, okay, go. And one person said, I'll be the monitor. I will bring everybody back safely. Okay, tathastu, go. They went, they had a wonderful time on the boat, splashing water on one another. They had a wonderful time at the fair. And then, before they came back, the self-appointed monitor very importantly said, I better count everybody. I have promised the Guru, I'll bring everybody back. 1, 2, line up, boys. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, ayyo. And the other one said, you are good for nothing. You just are an apple polisher, you just want to be the teacher's pet. Get side, you stand in line, I'll count. And he was also didn't fare much better. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. All of them counted without any success. But this being ancient India, there's always holy people there. And then, usually in the traditional story, they'll say wise man. For our purposes, we'll make it wise woman. So there was a wise woman going, and then she was asked. What was she asked? By this time they were all crying. Oh, where did our friend go? Did we lose him in the water? Did we lose him at the fair? Did we leave him somewhere behind? Is he hurt? Is he dead? Is he alive? Like this they were doing vilapa, crying. Then the sadhvi came, and then what did the sadhvi say? She understood very quickly that they are not terribly bright, and then that's what she understood, because she just eyeballed count them, and then she said, okay, idhar kuch nahi ho raha hai. And then what? And then, because they were crying, nashto dashamaha, means the 10th man is gone, destroyed, dead. And then she made them stand in a line. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Dashama, the 10th one is found. Was the 10th one really lost? No. As though lost, as though found. That is, our whole life is a series of as though. Oh, but I was born, I have a birthday. I was as though born, you can start saying. And then if I'm as though born, that means I'll as though die. Bingo, you're getting it. This is what it is. Birth is as though, death is as though, and in between birth and death, growing up is as though, sickness is as though, aging is as though, everything is as though, as though, as though. And the only thing that is not as though is the one who is saying as though. That is what it is. So simple Vedanta is. Very nice. So karma is not param. Param means I should stop wanting to act. Why will I stop wanting to act when my wants are not yet complete? So therefore karma is not param. Karma is jadam. Jadam means it is the product of ignorance. Which came first? Ignorance or karma? That is like a chicken and egg story, tree and seed story. Which came first? But for the purposes of this birth, we can say ignorance came first. I was born ignorant. I was born with two kinds of ignorances. One is I did not know, I do not know the world. The baby does not know. Some vague idea of mother, father is there, but that is also not crystallized until good 3 months. Whoever catches it, it will go to them. It is helpless. It will cry if it is hungry or if it is uncomfortable or sick. But otherwise it's fine, it's sleeping. So this is the whole story of this life. And therefore the babyhood, childhood, youth, old age, everything is as though. And then in this as though babyhood, I don't know anybody, I don't know anything. Then you meet the same baby that you held when it was 3 months old. Then you try to hold it when it is 9 months old. It will say, who are you? You are stranger, danger. I'm not coming near you. You're not my mom, you're not my dad, you're not anybody. No, I'm not coming to you. And if you forcibly try to hold the baby, it is much more powerful than you, because it is equipped with a pair of lungs that will, bring the house down. Quickly you give it back to the parents. I saw one t-shirt, one baby was wearing the t-shirt. It said, if I cry, give me back to my mom. So, like this. If I cry, this is what it is. If I cry, don't take it personally. Give me back to my mom. This is what it is. I don't know the mother, I don't know the father, but just by living, mother ignorance drops, father ignorance drops, school ignorance drops, friend ignorance drops. And then what else? Geography ignorance drops, civics ignorance drops. All the branches of knowledge, ignorance drops. Self-ignorance also? No, I wish. Self-ignorance does not drop. Every other ignorance drops. Self-ignorance does not drop even if the body drops. Self-ignorance, you have to take the initiative and you have to say, I need to know this, I need to understand this, I need to have this. There is something not right with my life, there is something not right with my thinking, I don't feel like myself, I need this knowledge to come back to myself. This is what you have to pursue that. Only when you pursue, you are taught. And only when you are taught, the glasses are on your head. That will be understood only when you are taught. Otherwise, we roam around, we carrying the treasure of Satchidananda as ourselves without even knowing it. Like even a donkey goes through the market carrying sandalwood on its back. If you put sandalwood on the back of the donkey, does it know? No, it doesn't know what. If you can put sandalwood or you can simply put sand. Forget the L wood, okay? You can simply put sand. For the donkey, it's just carrying a load. Similarly, my life can be likewise just carrying a load. Or I can let go of the big baggage of wrong understanding connected with the I. And then be free of this misapprehension that I am a finite being and that there is some God above me who is ready to get me. This is because of authority issues, more about that later, but here is where the departure takes place. So karma is not param because karma, action, and the results of action are the products of ignorance. They are born of ignorance. They are not. So how can they be opposed to ignorance? They cannot be. Just like the child cannot oppose its parents, will not oppose its parents under normal functional parents I'm talking about. Similarly, the ignorance, which is a scion of karma, which is a scion of ignorance, will not oppose ignorance. How is karma a baby of ignorance? Because as long as there is ignorance, I feel incomplete. As long as I feel incomplete, I want to do something to become complete. And this doing is called karma. So then, because of ignorance, karma comes. Because I feel I am an unfulfilled, discontented being, I'm always wanting something or the other. Therefore, I keep wanting this, wanting that. And then in order to fulfill the want, then I do karma. So this is avidya, ignorance, kama, desire, and then karma. We have traced 3 generations of the family tree of ignorance. Avidya, and then what else? Desire, avidya. If avidya had a son, his name would be kama. If kama had a son, his name would be karma. Karma has twins. What are they? Papa, punya. Good karmic results, bad karmic results, difficult results. Papa, punya. And then rebirth finally. This thing is like a whirlpool. And this is what is described in the next verse. Kriti maha udadhau. Udadhi means vast ocean. Udadhi. Maha Udadhi, great ocean, vast ocean. Ocean of what? Kriti. In this vast ocean of doing and getting results of action, action, reaction, action, results of action, this kind of a vast, endless ocean. Ocean means you cannot see the other side. In this vast ocean of becoming, and then ocean of becoming something else, and then not liking what I have become and wanting to become something else, in this Kriti Mahodadhi, Kriti Mahodadhau, 7th case, in this Kriti Mahodadhi, what? Patana Karanam, this karma, this penchant for action, this addiction to action and results of action, they become what? They become the Karana, the Hetu, the reason for patanam, for falling into this ocean of doing. Once I do, then what happens? I get the results of action. Do I like the results of action? Almost never. Never will I go away contented saying, Theek hai, it's okay, it's not meant to be, let me sit quietly. Nobody does that. What do? I'm going to be frenzied and try again and again and again. And I try again, unleash more karma, and then what? Then that, and unleash more karma, then I get more karma phala. That too I do not like, and then I do something more. That I like the results of that action, then I try to duplicate that, and then what? Disappointment comes. Disappointment after disappointment after disappointment after disappointment comes. So kriti mahodadhau patana karanam. So the karma which is not param, karma has two adjectives in this. Look carefully. Karma which is not param, which is not infinite, which is not limitless. And the other adjective is, it is aparam, not param, it is finite. And it is jadam, it is inert. You are sentient and karma, the action is inert. And how can an inert object fulfill the sentient being? This is not even possible logically. So the more karma one does, the more it is the cause of the falling into this big vat of doing called kriti mahodadhi. And then what else happens? Even the karma phala which I liked, which I was holding on to, gets separated as soon as one falls into the karma of the ocean of doing. Why does it get separated? Because it is ashashvatam. Ashashvatam, na shashvatam. It is not permanent, it is temporary. The results of action are always temporary because action is temporary. Temporary actions lead to what? Temporary results. No, but I can do a lot of action. How much action can you do? Oh, I am, what's his name? Elon Musk. And I can give away so many billions of dollars. Still there is a zero at the end. It's finite. Or there is a number at the end. It is finite. That's all. You have to come back unless and until you address the story of the as though lost glasses, which is the metaphor for as though lost self. Lost in the mire of wrong apprehensions and wrong understanding. This is the problem. So, the as though lost self, like the as though lost 10th person, has to be regained, has to be understood, and this can be done only through the knowledge, because karma and knowledge are like oil and water. They do not mix. They cannot mix. Why? Because karma is for finite fulfillment. Knowledge is for infinite fulfillment. That's why the infinite and the finite can never meet. And that which is finite besides is included in the infinite. If you choose moksha, dharma, artha, kama, all of them come for free. If you choose artha or kama, moksha does not come for free. This is the thing. If you choose moksha, you get 3 free coupons. Therefore, dharma, artha, kama, you get. Everything you get. Because this is the only thing that was wanting. You were wanting. And so, therefore, phalam ashashvatam. That's why the word phalam itself has a definition of what it is. Phalgutaya liyate iti phalam. Phalgutaya means that which is subject to rotting is called fruit in Sanskrit. Sanskrit, the meaning of the word is embedded in the word. So, like for example, anilaha. Anila means that the wind. And why is the wind called anila? Na nilayati, that which never stays in one place. Analaha, fire. Alam navidyate yasya, that which does not know the meaning of the word no. You offer a person one more roti, they will say no, 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 no. You offer fire some more ghee, it will say bring it on. What about cholesterol? No problem, bring it on. I'm slim and trim, bring it on. It will never say no, you give it a whole village. Okay, take this village. It will say what's for lunch? In the next village, can I jump to the next village? Alam means enough. It does not know the meaning of the word alam. So here also, same thing. The meaning of the word is embedded in the word itself. Phalam means that which is subject to rotting, whether you buy it from a fruit stand or whether it's the fruit of your action. Both of them are subject to finitude. They come to an end. And not only do they come to an end, Ramana Maharshi says, Gati Nirodhakam, they are a huge distraction. Karma is a distraction. Gati means spiritual progress, moksha. Nirodhakam means an impediment, a stoppage. Like you know how, I don't know if you have it in this country, you must. What are they called? You are going in the car on a residential neighborhood. Speed bump. Speed, you have those here? Yeah, speed bumps. So there will be speed bumps. The karma addiction, the addiction to action will make speed bumps for the path of knowledge. Why? Because you are busy trying to mop up something that a mess you created, or you're busy enjoying some small finite little, somebody said shabash and somebody patted me on the back and I was ecstatic. I'm enjoying that. So therefore one will continue to get distracted by karma regardless of whether the results are pleasant or unpleasant. If it's unpleasant, I'm all angry, upset and in a tirade. Why did this happen to me? What is this? How is this? What happened? And then if it's a pleasant reaction, I will say what? Bye-bye Vedanta, Tata. Yes. Just like we have Artha Bhakti. Artha Bhakti means you have Bhagavan on 911. You have Bhagavan on speed dial on 911. 911 is the number in US to call police, fire. What is the number here? You have a number to call police, fire, everything? Emergency number? 999. Yeah, same thing. So something easy to remember, because in this complete urgency, you shouldn't ask somebody what is the number for 999. It should come immediately. So in every country it will be there. So this is usually the people's affair with Vedanta. Nothing is going right. Okay, let me attend a retreat. Let me attend a weekend retreat or a weekday retreat. All right. Ooh, my burden is lifted. I feel fine. Bye-bye. Not even see you later. And then again what? Oh no, I don't feel so good again. I think I have fever. Yes, you do have fever. It is called Bhavaroga. The disease called samsara. Bhavaroga. So the Vedanta is the Vishak, is the Vaidya, the doctor for this disease of becoming. And then the disease which makes me completely delusional and I hallucinate. Why do I become delusional and hallucinate? I hallucinate because I think that I can make the finite into infinite. Can anybody make the finite into infinite? No. Finite is finite, infinite is infinite, infinite is me, it's not a product, I cannot conjure it up, I cannot make it, and so therefore I have to understand this, there is nothing to make, which means I have to say tata bye-bye not to Vedanta, but to my relationship with karma. I am not saying give up karma. And neither is Ramana Maharshi. He will say how to bring back karma, action through the back door, and how to make it a way of preparation for this knowledge. We'll see that tomorrow. Om Purnamadav Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.